The air was thick with the scent of damp earth and mildew, the kind of smell that clung to your skin and filled your lungs like a warning. The single flickering light bulb above me buzzed faintly, barely illuminating the stone walls that surrounded me. Grandma's basement cellar was never a place I wanted to be. But tonight, I had no choice. The storm outside had knocked out the power, and Grandma insisted I go down to grab some candles. Her voice, usually warm and reassuring, had an eerie sharpness to it this time. She handed me an old iron key and whispered, "Make sure you close the door behind you. Don't let anything follow you up." I had laughed nervously, thinking it was just one of her superstitions. But the moment I stepped into the cellar and the door clicked shut behind me, my stomach dropped. The shelves were lined with dusty jars of preserves, their labels peeling with age. Shadows stretched across the floor, twisting into strange, unnatural shapes as the dim light wavered. The cold seeped into my bones as I took cautious steps forward, scanning for the candles. And then I heard it. A slow, deliberate scratching sound. I froze. It was coming from the far corner of the cellar, just beyond the shelves where the light didn't reach. My breath hitched as I strained to listen. The scratching stopped. Silence. Maybe it was just my imagination. Maybe a rat. I tried to shake off the unease and reached for a dusty box labeled candles when, thump, something shifted in the darkness. My pulse pounded in my ears. I turned my head slowly, the shadows in the corner seeming to pulse with something watching. And then the whisper came. "You're not supposed to be here." A cold chill raced down my spine. My fingers fumbled with the box, my hands shaking so badly I almost dropped it. Another whisper. "She knows what you did." My breath came in short, panicked gasps. The voice, low and raspy, barely above a breath, was right next to my ear, but I was alone. I bolted for the stairs, my feet slipping on the uneven stone floor. The shadows seemed to move, stretching toward me as if they were reaching. I slammed into the door, heart hammering, and twisted the old iron key in the lock. It didn't budge. "She locked you in." Tears burned my eyes as I pounded on the door. "Grandma!" I screamed, my voice cracking. Silence. And then soft footsteps from the other side of the door, slow, careful. The key turned. The door creaked open just an inch, and I saw her. Grandma standing there, her face partially hidden in the darkness, but something was off. Her eyes were too wide, too hollow. "You weren't supposed to hear them," she whispered, voice shaking. "Now they know you're here." A hand shot out from the darkness behind me, ice-cold fingers wrapping around my wrist. And then the light went out.